Well, guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. And I just realized I forgot to take my coat off, but forget it. We're going to just run this video anyway. I want to talk to you about a story that happened out there in Logan, Pennsylvania. Shout out Logan. In which, I don't know if this guy is homeless or not, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. But a security guard was stabbed a couple of times, broad daylight, in a Save-A-Lot parking lot. And in fact, let me rephrase that. They say it was a dollar store, but it was a Save-A-Lot in the parking lot. But this guy was stabbed because he refused to move from in front of the store. Now, loitering is something a lot of businesses don't tolerate. And they have security, and they send security out to tell people, hey, don't stand in front of the store and stuff. Everybody knows this. But there's some people that feel as though the law don't apply to them. And when you say something to them, it's your fault, not theirs, whatever happens or whatever they do to you, which is unacceptable. Take a look at the story, and we'll come back and talk about it.
To begin here at 4:30 with the search for a man who stabbed a store security guard. Police now releasing new video hoping to track down the suspect.
This is the new video showing the stabbing outside a Save-A-Lot store in Nicetown on Wednesday. Detectives say the security guard had asked the suspect to leave. He refused, pulled out a knife and stabbed the guard.
Action News reporter Katie Castro joining us now live outside Northwest Detectives in Logan with the details. Katie.
Yeah, Brian and Sarah, police are continuing to look for this man. We spoke with residents in the area today, and they are hoping that this man has a conscience and turns himself in. Take a good look at this man. He's caught on surveillance video stabbing a security guard outside the Save-A-Lot store Wednesday at 4424 North Broad Street.
Report of a stabbing, 4424 North Broad.
Police say it all started when the security worker was asking the man to leave the front of the store. The man refused to leave. After several verbal confrontations, the man pulled out a knife and stabbed the security worker.
Drove himself to the hospital after being stabbed.
People who live in the area say they aren't surprised by his brazen action.
Sad, because the way the world is today.
But many are surprised it happened in broad daylight just after 12:30 p.m.
Her and I, we don't go out at night.
Now the search is on for the man who stabbed the security guard, and police say he shouldn't be far.
Also be advised the male that did the stabbing is frequently everything in that parking lot area.
He's around 5'5" and is around 45 to 55 years old. He was last seen wearing a hunter green jacket, green camo pants, a gray hoodie, and tan boots. Residents say they are fed up with the violence.
It makes no sense. Make a man doing his job.
And they'll be on the lookout for the man.
Just be aware of what's going on around you.
Now, if you see that man, police say do not approach him. Instead, call 911 immediately. Reporting live in Logan, Katie Castro, Channel 6, Action News.
As you see that, stabbed the man and walked off like it was a video game or something. Then went after the other guy that tried to stop him. He really went after that other guy. Evidently, he didn't catch him because only one person was stabbed, but he hit that man a couple of times. And then the thing is, you did it to coward where you let him walk by and then went behind him and then Pearl Harbored him a couple of times. It's crazy. You never know what's going on in the minds of people you meet on an everyday, daily basis. Don't understand it. And I'm not trying to understand it, but people should be responsible for their own actions. Was mental illness involved? I don't know. I don't even care at this point. But for somebody to pull a knife out and stab somebody over it, it's not even an altercation. Over them telling you, hey, you can't stand it from the store. It's lunacy. Now, they said that they had, a couple of, I guess, interactions. I guess they were arguing back and forth before this guy decided to do that. But I mean, the intent of what he was trying to do is unacceptable. It's like nowadays, it don't take a little bit of nothing for somebody to pull out a weapon, whether it's a gun, knife, razor blade, what have you, and go all out, causing maximum damage or as most damage as they can with said weapon. All because they're angry or they feel as though somebody disrespected them. When a lot of times they themselves were put in a position for somebody to say something to them in the first place. I wonder how much of this stuff that you see that's acting out of adults is a result from childhood. Whether, you know, they weren't taught certain things or they just refuse to listen to certain teachings. And as they get older, they get more and more tired of hearing the same thing. And all of a sudden, it's everybody else's fault but theirs when they feel as though they done heard something far too much. Either way, man, society ain't got no, shouldn't have to deal with this type of stuff. And you heard the people out there talking. You know, the old man said, you know, it's dangerous. Makes no sense that this is happening. And granted, I mean, people can blame the police all they want, but the police only come when they call. So it's kind of like, you know, people like, oh, well, we need more better police and stuff. People are not scared of cops. And they damn sure not scared of incarceration, folks. So where does that leave us? Penalties got to change. And a lot of times incarceration need to be taken off the menu because a lot of people don't care about it at all. That's the part that's scary. You got, man, look at the way crime is now. You got people jumping in cars with kids in them, driving off, dropping the kids off sometimes, or just driving around in the car, then dropping the car off in a random place where you got to go and look for the car, and the kids still be inside the car a lot of times, just leaving them to fend for themselves. Or in this case right here, you got somebody that felt as though they was provoked enough to stab somebody over something stupid, or people that just run around and stab and shoot people without any just cause. You know, just picking a random victim and doing something to them. Society done went to shit, man, for real. I don't know what it is that got everybody where, you know, people acting fool. They said this guy was 45, between 45 and 55 years old, which I disagree because that man ran kind of fast. So he might have been, I don't know. You never know nowadays. But I mean, the days and times we live in, man, is scary. I mean, seriously. I mean, you don't really think about it if you don't watch the news. But just looking now, man, it's really scary out here. You could be a given target at any given time, just minding your business. Telling you, man, we need judicial reform, and we need stiffer punishments. More than ever. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I think that security guard was sleeping on that dude. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things that make me think maybe he thought the guy was homeless. You know, a lot of times in these stores, in certain areas across the country, people hang out in front of stores to be homeless people a lot of times. Or people pestering customers for change. Maybe he was in that position, or the guy thought he was doing that, or so on and so forth. Because if you looked at that one part of the video, the guy walked into the store. Then he came back out and stood there. So I don't know what was going on, what took place in the store. But I think that security guard had slept on this dude. After their interaction, I'd have still had my eye on him. Because that dude was sitting out there lying and waiting. You can see the way he did that. He was waiting for an opportunity to do something to that guard. So I don't know what was said, but evidently it made that dude really upset. The way he felt as though he was going to do that. So I just wanted to mention that. Thanks for listening. I think the security guard slept on that.